Hi and welcome, hang around and I will tell you about BONK. I'll show you exactly how to navigate BONK for lightning fast buying, selling, and all within Telegram. Get Telegram if you have not done so. I will demonstrate a live purchase on BONK in this video. I will also show you where to find coins that could turn into gems, potentially scoring you gains of 100x or even 1000x. I will also show you a site before you buy, to check that the coin is not a honeypot. A honeypot is a coin you can buy but not sell. So, if you're eager to be the early bird who snags the next big thing before anyone else even knows it exists, you won't want to miss this. BONK is for Solana coins, has over 160,000 users. And remember, all the important links are in the description below. If you use my link, you'll earn a lifetime 30% commission, and it gets even better, refer others, and you both benefit. So let's begin. Start BONK. Click Start. Here you can see options to buy, sell, and manage, help, refer friends, alerts, wallet, settings, pin and refresh. You can also see your wallet address. You can click to copy, that is the address you use to deposit Solana. First click Settings. In General Settings, first you choose your language. Next you see Auto Buy, and if you enable this, this will mean that whenever you put a contract address into the Telegram track, it will automatically buy it for you, and it will buy it with this amount here. Now, in my opinion, I don't really recommend having this on yours. Next up is the Buy button config. And what you want to put in here is completely down to you, because it will depend how much you're trading with. These are basically your go-to buttons that you can click so you can buy coins really fast. So in these two buy buttons here, left and right, you want to set them as an amount that you would typically purchase. So if you try and snipe coins, for example, and you try and snipe with a 0.1, you can keep this one as 0.1, and then when you look to just invest in coins, you might be looking to invest just 1 Solana, so you can keep that at 1 Solana, and then when it comes time to buy a coin, we can click either of these buttons here and it will save us having to type it in this section here. Next there's Sell button config, and they are very similar to the Buy button configs. Because as you can see, when you sell a coin over here, you can choose to sell 25%, 100%, or an X amount of percentage. So in my opinion, I would actually change the 25% to 50%. And that is only because it's Solana and coins tend to die very quick on Solana. So my strategy typically involves selling 50% after it's doubled. So when we see that the coins doubled, we can quickly click that left button to sell 50%, and that will mean we take out our initial investment and we leave 50% in that we can let it ride. And from there the right button I'm just going to leave at 100% so that we can sell all of it if we ever need to. Now for slippage, I'd recommend to set your buy slippage around 15% and your sell slippage between 15 and 25%, depending how aggressive you want it to be when selling a coin. Because the higher your slippage is, the more money you could potentially lose when selling. But sometimes if you are getting failed transactions, you do kind of want to have a high slippage. So I'd recommend somewhere in the middle for newcomers. So set it to 20. And if you're having failed transactions when you're trying to sell, I'd recommend you to raise it slowly. Now next up is max price impact. And I'd recommend just to leave this as default. And you don't really want this too high, because just like the slippage, you could potentially end up losing money. Now for Meth Protect, this protects you from getting sandwiched by bots. And if you don't know what that means, it's basically bots out there that will front run your transaction and cause you to buy at a price higher than what you were trying to. So what this does is actually protects you from that. And there's two settings. We can either have it as secure, which means our transactions are guaranteed to be protected, but it may be quite slow. Or we can put it as turbo, which means it will use ment protection. However, it's not as secure, but it will still be semi-fast. And finally, we get onto transaction priority. And in my opinion, I'd put this too high or very high, especially if you are trying to snipe new pairs or stuff like that, because the higher it is, the higher your chances are of having your transactions go through. And once you've done all those settings, we can click close and we're now ready to use BONK. Next click on Wallet. Here you can view your wallet address and view how much Solana you have in your wallet. Click Wallet Address to copy. You have options such as you can view your wallet address on SolScan. You can deposit Solana. You have options to withdraw all Solana or withdraw X, which means you take out whatever amount you type, for example 0.1 Solana. You can reset wallet, which means you can get a new wallet address but you would be deleting your current one. Clicking Export Private Key lets you copy your private key. Click Close. We will now look for a coin to buy. Go to dexscreener.com/Solana to find a coin to buy. DexScreener helps you identify low-cap crypto gems among a sea of crypto projects in the DeFi space. You can view what's trending the last 5 minutes, 1 hour, 6 hours, and 24 hours, also the gainers and new pairs. DexScreener allows browsing without an account. Creating a free account and connecting your wallet unlocks additional features, such as setting up watch lists for specific token pairs. I will leave links in video description. Okay, we will copy contract address for a low market coin that could be a gem. Now we will check if the coin we copied to use on BONK is a honeypot. Paste the coin's contract address we just copied for BONK. This will show it's safe to buy, and click token. I will leave link in description. This coin has passed the test. Now back to BONK to buy this coin. Now just paste the coin's contract address and click enter. Now we have options to view on Explorer, chart or scan. The option to buy with 1 Solana, 5 Solana, or buy X Solana. An amount you want, for example 0.1. That's what we will be doing, buying X amount. Selling your coin is the very same. Now we have bought the coin and we hope it turns into a gem. All links are in video description below. You will get 30% commission for using my link. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share and comment on the project.